Especially for you, I translated my video with my lovely AI-generated voice.
A quick recap now from the first 21 levels. What have I done to reach level 22 now? Where did I fish? How did I fish? What did I buy? And the most important question of all, how much silver have I earned in 21 levels? Yes, 188 hours in the game. Some of that is admittedly a bit half AFK, while I was editing one video or another. So it's not 188 hours of constant fishing, but I'd say roughly 150 hours for sure. And in that time, and this is really important here, for silver making, it's 290 café orders. 290 café orders, over 6,000 fish caught, 23 trophies caught already too. So I'm already very happy with this start and all of that. Of course, without me having made the trip to the Norwegian Sea or to Copper Lake yet. That's coming up soon though. Now I've unlocked 60% in bottom fishing, and that means it's off to Copper Lake because there, it's important that you already have that 60% in bottom fishing so you can also use the pop-up corn baits. The entire development of this account is documented on YouTube. So what have I done? Where was I? Where did I fish? What did I buy? I'll put this whole development into a separate playlist too, so you can follow along with where I was fishing and when. Still, always keep in mind, spots change. Even during the time I've been fishing here, spots have changed. And that doesn't mean I suddenly changed the body of water. It's that in the water itself, the fish's preferences change. And an angler tests. That's always the be-all and end-all. If you just come here and copy this one-to-one, exactly as I'm doing it right now, you'll get a different result. Because you're not fishing under the same weather conditions at the same time of day, and not in the same preference phase of the fish, at the same spot. Knowledge about Russian Fishing 4 is the most important thing in the game. That's exactly why the first 1,000 hours in the game are basically a tutorial, because first you have to learn the basics. What influences the fish, what's actually relevant, that simply takes a lot of time, and it really doesn't matter what setup you have. You can stand here with the simplest reels and rods. You just have to know what could work, and only then do you actually have the ability to test it. If you don't even know what there is to test, well, how are you supposed to test anything effectively? So, get into the tutorials. Everything is explained in full detail. Every fishing method has its own separate playlist, so you can get a good start in every fishing method right from the beginning. And in all the videos on the what to buy topic, rods and reels are recommended that you can also use simultaneously with other fishing methods, so you can shop extremely economically and get to the really good rods and reels for your end game much faster. Yes, the most important thing, as I already said right at the start, really is cafe orders, and that is the absolute game changer. I just made a little list of roughly how much silver I farmed up here so far, and right now I'm sitting at, I'd say almost 15,000 silver with this account. A couple of positions actually aren't even included anymore. Of course, I've got my basic rods here, including reels, and that alone, with line and with sinkers, that's already easily over 12,000 silver for these 3 rods and the 3 reels as well. That'll be noticeably cheaper for you in the what to buy from level 20 video, because there I recommend something that's more practical for beginners. I'm taking a slightly different route here with this account, because in the future, I don't want to buy premium on this tutorial account. You might do that in between sometimes. That gives you the chance to get XP faster too. And because I've completely ruled that out for this account, I'm taking this harder path. So I need much longer here in the early stage. Because I spent 1,000 silver more per rod. In return though, I get 25% more XP, which then gives me a small boost forward again in the mid-game and end-game. It's not really significant, but it might make things a little easier over time. And I also want to be able to show things faster here, so I need to progress faster too. So for you, as a normal gamer, as a normal angler, just get into the video, what to buy from level 20. The recommended rods and reels there are perfectly suited for the mid-game, and they're chosen so that you can still use these rods and reels in the end game too, so they won't just end up lying in a corner and you won't have spent your silver for nothing. So besides this good 12,000 silver for my basic rods, I of course also spent silver on the 3-pole rods, on the bolognese rod, and of course also on my spinning setup, including reel. And of course the starter setup for bottom fishing was very important too. I chose a pretty inexpensive version there, so I wouldn't spend too much silver. Still, with all these rods and reels, plus a larger selection of different hooks, plus of course additional bait, and of course a really big factor, the natural baits. So all in all, that brings me to almost 15,000 silver that I've farmed up so far. So, I caught fish and completed cafe orders, and for that I've already gotten around 15,000 silver. And that's only possible if you actually do cafe orders. The start, of course, was Elk Lake again, fishing away at Elk Lake with the pole rod. At Elk Lake, you can usually turn in 3 or 4 cafe orders within an hour. So if you're standing there with the pole, like shown right at the beginning in the first videos here, then you'll quickly get your first 3 pole rods through these cafe orders. And with the 3 pole rods, you then have an even faster way to complete cafe orders at Elk Lake. Likewise, once the cafe orders there are just finished, you can head over here to Winding Rivulet and then complete cafe orders at Winding Rivulet too. These cafe orders don't run as long, they don't have as long a duration, and that's why you quickly get new cafe orders again. This here is just ideal right now. Let's skip the frog. That one probably isn't worth it. But you'll regularly get mussel as bycatch. Just in the last 2 weeks, I've shown several spots in this playlist here too, where you can catch mussel. Common roach is basically free silver. Within a few minutes, you'll have 4 small common roach, often even on the pole rod. The Chinese sleeper at 2 by 20 grams brings 0.06 silver. I showed that in the last video. Here we don't sell it for 0.06 silver. We sell it for almost 9 silver. You see, the price difference is insane. And if you don't take advantage of that, you simply won't get to your silver fast enough. And like I've said again and again in the last videos, go fishing and fill up your net. Then you go to the cafe, turn in cafe orders, everything that's possible. After that, you don't go to the fish market. You go fishing again and fill your net back up, and then you go back to the cafe, and only once you've completed as many cafe orders as possible here, do you still not go to the fish market. If you then don't want to fish anymore, but maybe want to keep fishing the next day instead, then log out with a full net in your bag, log back in the next day, and sell, turn in cafe orders again. The fish in your net stay fresh for 24 real-life hours, and you can sell them at the cafe. That means you can turn in fish and cafe orders for a full 24 hours. So after work, after school, go fishing, sell fish, make silver, then log out with a full net. Next day, after work, after school, straight into the game, sell fish first since there are still fish in the net and there are new cafe orders again at the cafe. And that's simply the best way. That's how you get to silver effectively. And the most important thing is, I fished at the level 1 waters almost the entire time. Because at the level 1 waters, Mosquito Lake, Elk Lake, and Winding Rivulet, we have a very good chance of catching lots of fish with extremely simple baits. The level 1 waters are designed so that you catch fish. You're supposed to catch fish, you're supposed to progress in the game, and you're supposed to make your silver too. And you can take advantage of that even beyond level 25. So if you're standing around here at level 22 and you're not catching fish at Bear Lake, then don't go to Bear Lake. Go to Winding Rivulet and make 200 silver an hour. If you're standing around at Bear Lake picking your nose and not catching fish, that obviously doesn't do you any good either. do cafe orders here at Winding Rivulet, build up percentages in bottom fishing, and that's how you make effective progress. So that's the current state of things for me. I'm gonna go sell again here now, and I've got my next order ready right now. So, cafe order is ready. So sell 5 perch again. They'll bring 15 silver here now, and at the fish market, they wouldn't even bring 10 silver. That means we're making 6 silver more profit again here with the same fish. Boom, sold those now, and the other fish, I might catch those in a bit too. But the next step for me now is the even more effective one. I've got 430 silver right now. I'll make a bit more silver since I'm going shopping again. And then the next step for me is Copper Lake. Like I already said last time, I'm buying these 5 hours for 300 silver. And only once I'm sure, after the last server restart, that there's a spot where you can catch F1 carp and tench really well. So that's the current status. Just hit level 22, 15,000 silver already earned, and now it's onward toward carp fishing so that we can make some really good silver and XP here with the koi carp. If you enjoyed this and it helped you, leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, get into the tutorials. Knowledge is the be-all and end-all in Russian Fishing 4. Tight lines.